My name is Mamindjama Magnolia Maymuru. My milk is Bangalican. I am from Jarakpi and I am a Mangali Yolongo from the Bilang tribe. Georgia Smith or LMA, I would go with Georgia Smith just because of the depth of everything that she says and sings. Beach or waterfall? That is so hard. Kami. I'm probably gonna have to stick to beach because I know how to hunt on a beach. If I got stuck on an island, I would know what to do and how to survive. Unless it was just sand, then I'd die. Skydiving or rock climbing? So yeah, rock climbing I think. Because skydiving is easy and I like a challenge. Cake or ice cream? I'd definitely say cake because I love baking. Sao Paulo or New York City? Definitely Sao Paulo because the ladies and not just the ladies, there was named mix, men and women, but everyone that was interviewing me, they kept saying that we had so many similarities in our cultures and just with the different tribes and languages. And so I went from having only 2 people wanting to interview me from the start of the day to literally I think it was 11 or 12 by the end of the show. And I was so tired too because I twisted my ankle just before the show. And I walked out in those shoes. And halfway I twisted my ankle and I was like, oh. And I just kept going because I could not show it. But then if you look at one of my photos, at the end, my eyes are red and teary. And that was the one they put on the social media. I was like, really? So lucky I'm admitting this now, but during that year, I said I was emotional, which I was. I was 80% emotional and proud of myself and 20% in pain. So that's that. What are 5 things that I cannot live without? Definitely I would say my siblings, seafood, hunting, shopping. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I'd definitely say criticism. As weird as it sounds. And it's I can't live without that. I need somebody to tell me your foot is in the wrong place or darling, you're doing it wrong. I don't like what you're doing, Because I have to look good. I need to be spot on. I gotta be the best of the best. And the only way to do that is if somebody is there telling me or correcting me. I don't take it to heart. So I kind of take it in and think, I'm gonna prove you wrong, So that's the last one. If I had an all expenses trip and I wanted to take 3 people, who would I take? I'd definitely take my younger sister because she's my ride or die. She's always got my back in anything and everything. Definitely my grandma. Cause she's she's always telling me things. It's kind of scary because she'll tell me something will happen, and I kind of brush it off, and I'm just no, why? You're just being negative. But then it happens, and I'm just darn, she was right, So I have to, I end up calling her up, and I'm just it happened, and I'm sorry for doubting you. And then she goes, hangs up. She has such an attitude. I love it. And my mom. I think, yeah, these are the 3 people that are just my rocks. What does identity mean to me? I think it means like a bunch of things, really. It's who I am, it's who I can be, and it's who I can create, and it's who I can become. When I think about it, the person who I was, right, she was cool and whatever, but the person that I want to be and want to become is I want to become like a better friend, for one, a better sister, a better daughter. And I think I do a good job at it, but there are times where like I can kind of slip out, and I don't blame my career for it, but sometimes I'd be like really jet lagged, and they could call me and ask for something, and I would just like go off, and then like an hour later I kind of realized that was so wrong. I shouldn't have done that, because it's my life, I chose this, so they have no part in it. And then kind of like I think what I'm trying to say is like I would want to grow to be more mature, I reckon, and deal with things better. Yeah. Do I find it challenging to describe myself? Sometimes yes, because you're in a way, it's like you're not, like you are yourself. So like I'm Mangali, but then I've also like got my grandmother, like her blood, and then her mum, and so on, and then I've got my dad's mum, and her mother, and it's like when you're describing yourself to somebody, like in your way, you would say, I'd say I'm Mamindjama, Dilgin Galapo, which is my mother, Wairi Warame, which is my grandmother, and I'd say, I'm Wako Mambo for my great grandmother, and then on my dad's side, I'd say, Newim, like I'd say my momopolo or Dora Klingara Dad. So my grandmother's dad too, and Gato Lil Gummaitkala. And so like when I try to explain it down south, it's to people they're just words, right? They're just names. But here, when I say it to family that I don't know, or from my mum's side, and they don't recognize me or they don't know who I am, and I say that automatically becomes like kind of like my identity. So then they know who I am and what family line I come from and all of that. It's the same for, I met a girl in Sydney and she explained it to me that way as well. So she told me her nana's tribe and hers and her father's, and she said, I think it was like 4 different maybe clan group names, and she said that that's who she was. So that's what, it really confused me, because I was like, should I introduce myself like that, or is like being Mangali like just maybe just enough? I don't know. So there's a whole lot, but yeah, I think that's or how I'd say it. Knowing what I know now, what would I tell my 12-year-old self? I would tell her to be patient. I think I would tell myself not to worry so much about how people would see me. Oh my gosh, I would totally tell myself that my body was like beautiful. I would tell my 16-year-old self this, but that's, I guess, same age, maybe. Same age group, almost. But I would tell myself that like my body is beautiful. Because everyone in my family, like, they were always just strong, and I don't know why, like, I always thought that being skinny was kind of like, I don't know, I just thought it was like wrong somehow. Um, and like, I would totally go back in time and be like, settle down, sis. You're gonna be a model. Like, you got a whole lot coming up for you. Tronos, if only I knew. But I think that's why I can say I appreciate myself a lot more. And the advice I give to other people is from my own experience and out of love. Yeah. What do I love about being a woman in this current time? I would say, having a voice and being able to speak my mind. But I think now, at my age, I'm kind of grateful for everything that I've achieved and the fact that I can speak out and have a say and do my job how I want to do it, you know? So, yeah. I didn't want this to be over, to be honest. That's why when you said last one, I was like, damn, that was so quick.